Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Eat in San Pedro. I am so excited to come to you today one more time with my crew. Today we went to Whiskey Flats, the new barbecue joint that opened recently in San Pedro. So I'm going to unmute everybody so we can hear everyone's opinion and what everyone has to say. All right, everyone, you have been unmuted.
Yay.
Yay! Okay, so since we pretty much all got the same thing because the choices were either brisket or rib or a mixed plate, why don't we do this? Let's just start eating. But I do want to welcome everybody once again. Welcome Janet, welcome Anna, welcome Army, welcome Diana, and I'm so excited because today Jerry is back, and Jerry needs to tell us all about Whiskey Flats barbecue because you have a family connection, and you're actually the first person to tell me about this place. So, do you want to fill us in?
Okay, so Whiskey Flats is my niece's husband, Christian Farrow, and he opened barbecue little joint on 34th and Pacific. And for right now, it's, a slow start, but until he knows further what to do. It used to be the old, gas station, and then it used to be a motorcycle shop, I believe. I forgot the names, but the old timers, they all know. And so yeah, he loves to barbecue, and his brisket I love, and then I just tried the ribs, so good, and I like the spices too. But eventually they're gonna and there'll be more to the place, but right now, especially with COVID, it's just pick up and then leave. So yeah, and it's they're selling pretty fast, but eventually the times will be longer and there'll be more food. Just for right now, it's a start. So, and he's new at it, so that's it.
That's good.
What are the hours right now?
Well, they start at 1 p.m. and it's only Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and starts at 1 until they sell out. And eventually, like I said, they'll open probably a little earlier and close a little later, but until he figures it out, it'll be different times and open like even maybe like a Tuesday. I'm not even sure what days, but there'll be more days open. Yeah. So I have to say something. I do not like beans, like cooked beans, but I love these beans.
Yeah, they're really good. Yeah,
you like beans?
Handicap.
Oh my gosh, I think these are really good. Okay, so I cheated a little. This is not technically my first time. I was really craving some brisket on Sunday, and I had to stop by
The ribs.
just down the street from Whiskey Flats, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna stop today and just grab some food just to try it out. And so I got the same exact thing. I got the mixed plate. And the only difference between today and Sunday is that instead of the pasta salad that we got today, which is good, we got coleslaw. And I really like the coleslaw too. But the beans are good. I really enjoyed them. Mm-hmm. So has anyone else been there before besides obviously Jerry? Oh, Army has. Woohoo! Good stuff. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that I like about this barbecue is the fact that you really taste the wood, like the flavor of the smokiness, like the smoke, but the actual flavor of the wood. It's really good.
This brisket, I almost want to taste it.
What do we think?
It's really good. I agree with Jerry. I love the beans. Usually beans are usually hit or miss. These are really good.
Mm-hmm.
The meat's excellent too.
Yeah. So,
whatever he rubs the brisket with beforehand, oh my gosh. Sometimes you get briskets too salty. this is just flavored, seasoned like perfectly. I love it.
Mhm.
So
I'm sweating from this hot sauce.
And you know what, too? I'm not a spicy person. But I love it. I can eat it. It's just so good.
It's very good.
Mhm.
So I think you should describe for your viewers what a plate entails.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
That's good. Okay, so I actually held it up while when Jerry was talking.
Oh, okay.
Let me do this again. So a plate is basically, well, mine is a mixed plate. So I have ribs, and I have brisket, and then we have some pickles. And then underneath it, there are 2 slices of white bread, which, by the way, by the time you're done eating your meat, they absorb all the juices from the meat, and it's so good. And then, so today, like I said, we have a pasta salad, and then there is the little container with the really delicious beans. So while we were there, thank goodness we went with someone who's got inside intel. Jerry told us that Christian's mom makes this cheesecake that recipe that has been passed down. Am I correct, Jerry?
Grandma's? I think it's her grandma's.
Okay.
Or her mom's. Either it's Christian's grandma or her grandma, so I'm not sure.
Nice.
Sorry.
Okay, so of course I had to get a slice to try it out.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks pretty good. And I think the rest of us also got a slice of cheesecake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always.
Banana bread over here.
I was really happy to see. So because we couldn't call in our order, I suggested that we all show up about 10 minutes before 1 because, like we do this Zoom thing. And I was actually really impressed because we got there at about 1:45.
Mhm.
Well, it was initially Anna and Jerry, and there were already 3 people waiting.
Mhm.
And by the time 1:00 rolled around, there was already a line with how many people do we think? Like
15 maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were quite a few people waiting. So it's very exciting to see something new come to San Pedro, something that like nobody else is really doing.
Mhm.
And it's just a place that for now it's very bare minimum, but they're already doing well and there's already an interest for it. I'm very, very excited about, young people who start new businesses and then from the get-go, they do well.
Mhm.
Or at least we're assuming that they're doing well because there are usually a ton of people. And I have to tell you guys, one of my friends did not know it was a barbecue place. Janet, we were talking to Victoria this morning, and or was it yesterday? I can't remember. But she thought, because she lives right around the corner, she thought that people live there and they have parties on a regular basis. Because every time she passed by, there were people waiting and hanging out. So she thought it was like people actually partying. She didn't realize it was an actual barbecue joint. So yeah, all right. Any feedback? Anybody else who wants to talk?
No, thank you.
For me?
The food's very good. The brisket's very tender.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the sauce.
Oh, and by the way, if I got the brisket plate, I didn't get a mixed plate. My mom got the mixed plate, but they give you little chunks of the meat too with your brisket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So I have to tell you, today's brisket is really nice and moist.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I got on Sunday was not as moist. So this is really good. This is this is how I like my brisket, nice and moist.
Very good.
So well done. So, Jerry, how long has he been barbecuing?
For the business or himself?
Himself.
Well, I believe it's been time, and he's just done it for, his friends. They have a big group of friends, and he's just been doing it he's just wanted to continue it for others, you know, and he wanted that kind of casual. As you can see when you were there, it looks like it's going to be a casual kind of vibe, right? And that's what he wanted. And so, yeah, he's been doing for a while. I mean, I don't know, but they're in their late 20s, maybe, you know, 5-7 years. I'm not sure though.
Nice.
Yeah.
Apparently every time I start recording, my husband decides to either wash dishes or listen to music or, I don't know, open, close doors. Anyway, cool.
I don't know.
All right, so I'm going to stop recording. Any final thoughts?
I think the place is really cute, and I think it has a lot of potential
Oh, definitely.
for outside like seating and stuff. I think it'll be really cute. I think it's going to be a success.
Yeah.
And you know what? One more thing, have patience with them. And instead of bashing, let them know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're always, you know, so let them know. And because I, for one, don't like people bashing on social media. Let them know if there's something wrong. And they'll definitely, you know, just hear
Has
it.
anyone complained or something?
No, but I'm always, you know, like you
You're
said.
just trying to get ahead of that problem.
Yeah.
I want them to do it.
I think the right thing to do when you have a grievance with a restaurant or a food establishment or any establishment really, I think your first order of business should be, especially when it's a small family owned and operated business, your first order of business should always be contacting them directly and expressing your grievances, because I have found that people are far more likely to, you know, listen to you, or maybe if there's something that they can fix, they will, instead of just going on social media and bashing people.
Right.
Yeah. And
Well said, ladies.
Army, we can't hear you.
Oh,
My last word is that the side dishes change.
so I just want to give a shout out to Diana, who helped me wrangle my children while we were there. Thank you. She bought us a piece of the banana bread, which I make all the time, and just good banana bread. I don't know who made the banana bread, but it's delicious. And then I asked them, and they said that they've been making all their own tables and stuff. So, I mean, they might be open for regular business soon. They have like the perfect setup, you know, with the outdoor seating. And then when I spoke to them originally, like a month ago, they said it's going to be BYOB. So you can go there with a case of beer and
Awesome.
drink your own beer, and while you wait for your, you know.
Oh my God, listen to her, a case of beer.
I was going to say, a case?
We know who the partier in this crew is. I'm all for it.
Well, we can all eat together like at a real table soon, and we'll need a whole case of beer.
Yeah, and so the landscape of eating out is going to change from what we are used to now, because as of this weekend, I guess on 6th Street, they're going to try to have outdoor sitting. And actually the ramen place that we went to a couple weeks ago, they just posted a picture on their Instagram with tables, you know, sitting up, like, you know, tables and chairs outside. Anyway, so thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time. And ladies, as always, thank you for joining me. Thank you for, you know, indulging in my shenanigans and eating adventures.
Bye.
Bye.